Jamie, a bit of a weird one today. I think at half time you probably take a point, but second half you probably feel a bit hard done by with only the one. What's your thoughts on the game?
I know what you're getting at. We wouldn't have took a point at half time purely because I thought we were so far off at first half. We thought there's some easy fixes here if we can up at 5% closer to even our usual points in my own. Like, we knew we could go. We conceded 4 last week. We knew we could go and get 2 goals. I think we changed the shape. Then they changed the shape and matched it. Then we changed the game. And that final change, I thought we started to get the ball in areas we like getting it in, with the players we like having it. And the goal comes through a quick free kick. We've always been good at is that quick free kick. We're patient. We play ball from side to side. We get Cammy in the box. He doesn't slash at it. He takes his time. He's a wee look up, makes his decision. And no surprise, Shanks is there. I think we spent way too much time. First half was a waste of time. We just boomed it forward, hoped something happened. And I would say even after the goal, to be fair, we were on it, and then momentum broke up a wee bit. Danny wins a header, arms by his side, ref gives a free kick, which I'm not surprised at, to be honest, because it feels like every week at the moment the game's just getting stopped constantly. Both dugouts are getting booked and cautioned, and nobody's happy with how things are going. There was one where the ref stopped the game there, and Shanks in the box 1v1, brings it back for a free kick for us. Um, Honestly, it's so frustrating. And then we're emotional, and we obviously don't conduct ourselves the way you're supposed to. First one to admit that, the way I speak at times isn't right. It's not a plan for the start. But it's so frustrating. You're working so hard all week, you're travelling up and down the country. You turn up and you're putting everything into it, and then it's just game stop, game stop, game stop for nothing really. So we're extremely frustrated with that. The referees aren't why we lost that game, by the way. That's just because I was talking about momentum, and then my head went a wee bit there. But I think when we were at it there, when we were doing what we were good at, when we were getting the ball into the technical players and we were playing and there was a wee bit of rotation, the attacking players, I thought we looked. I thought we were like by far a better team. We limited them to nothing. We actually stopped them even making counter attacks. Jason was stepping man, Danny was centre back by that point. We were playing. Dylan was getting on it, Cammy was getting on seconds. As I said, the three behind the striker were there. Henry was getting all at the ball this side. Adam showed quality for his side, some of his passing. And then last 5, 10 minutes probably, there was too many times we just allowed Jack to kick the ball. We had free kicks, we just allowed it to go forward instead of being brave and doing what we're good at and being patient, because I know the idea is to go and try and get a goal late, so it's maybe in their head, can we get it forward quick? But that's just not what we're good at. We've never been good at it. We're good at the other side of it, and it's being patient. I know the crowd don't like it at times. I could hear them moaning when we kept it, but if they go and watch back the last 3 years, I'm sure they'll see that we're not great at lumping the ball forward.
We have 5 games in the last 14 days. It's maybe a bit understandable why that last 5-10 minutes maybe kind of went flat as well, especially for a part-time team, as you said, travelling. Like, for example, you Glasgow boys are up here, then back down, up and down, and just feels like a bit of a yo-yo this last while.
No, it's a lot of travel, and I mean we really try not to use it as an excuse or anything like that, because we all know what we've signed up to, especially the Glasgow boys. We know we're travelling, so we're all pretty cool with it. This last week spell's been quite hectic. I think we were doing 3, same we were Aberdeen for Cove, Peterhead Saturday, Peterhead Tuesday. We done Inverness Tuesday, Peterhead either Saturdays. For us, it's been a lot, even for the Aberdeen-based boys going to Inverness, come down to Dumfries. It's been a lot of grass pitches, but it's not grass. It's big pitches. It's full-time teams. It's all that stuff. But we've shown we can beat the full-time teams. We've shown we can play on the grass and Astro. We've shown we can travel. The biggest travel of the season was down to Cooney South, and we won 2-0. Travelled to East Fife when we won. We travelled to Kelty and won. So we've shown we can do all that. So we don't want it to be excuses, but maybe it was playing a part in the legs.
Back three kind of change in the second half. Bit injury forced as well there. Obviously, Josh goes down. I think Steely had an issue as well. How important is it to get them two back fit?
When you get them back quick, Jason's obviously going to miss the next 2 games through suspension. As it stands, there's no centre backs. You hope one of them's back for next week, and then I will need to come up with something. We've done it before. First game of the season, we had no centre backs, and we figured it out, and we got a result. We went away to Ayr, and we done really well with no centre backs. It's not ideal. It's obviously not how we plan. the season to go, but we need to, other teams have got injuries as well. We need to figure it out. Hopefully Josh isn't too long, and I do think he'll be a bit longer than Steely though.
Obviously next week away at Alloa, who got the better of a couple of weeks ago. They've not won since. Important to try and keep up that almost the way that we played that day against them.
100%. It's the balance you try and find from our messaging, because we want to show that we're good enough and we're confident and remind them of that game up here when I thought we were dominant, and maybe speak on form and stuff like that. But at the back of the head is always going to be that 4-0 down there where we never a shot on target, and we just played as a defensive shape the full game. They ran over the top of us. They totally controlled the game, and that is our biggest doing of the season. We just could not get near it. So it was a few months ago. We've improved since then, but also before this, we won a 3 games, whatever it is you're saying, of not winning. There were 4 wins back to back as well. They're a very good team, and we know exactly how good they are, especially on their pitch, that big Astro. And I mean, we're up for it. It's going to be a really good game, because we're now finally not got a midweek game and not got that travel. We'll get back to training. We've not trained in 3 weeks, something like that. No, we'll be to Dundee in 3-4 weeks or something. We've trained separately. At times we've not even trained separately because of the travel. We've just played. Credit to the boys, because they just turn up and they get on with it. And if we're moaning, they take it and they give 100%. And as I said, they don't complain about any of the travel or lack of training or too much or whatever it is. They just get on with it. And that's why I think we've been a success over the years. And hopefully we can tune that mindset into the last, how many games we got? 6. We got 6 games.